2, 1.
Go.
Hey, switch to. Woo! Yeah! Let's go.
Oh, we're already up to the mature bit.
Well, no, that was just, it's just, everything in there will be rated, it's either unrated all the way up to rated M. Those aren't starting with the rated M. Let's shooter act. Woo! Don't want to know what day this is. So let's just jump right into games. We have Mario Kart right off the bat. Okay.
Is
Interesting.
it Mario Kart?
Yeah, that's Mario Kart because they already showed this off. This is what they showed off in the initial.
Okay.
Let's go!
Okay, so this is that map that showed off right at the beginning. Doesn't look like any new characters that are shown. Looks like everybody's from an 8. Got Pauline's in there. I'm surprised. So that's interesting. They brought Pauline back. Luigi's in the dirt. Whoa, hey! Snowmobiles and fucking they're planes. Yo!
Instead of the gliders, they have like the wings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they're boats. I think they just genuinely have different style of vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, it really does look different.
Yeah, I think there might just genuinely be different types of vehicles for that, or look, maybe they transform. Yeah, because look, that one, they transform with the wings instead of the glider. Yeah. Yo? What is it? Yo, the cat! The cat! Hammer, bro! Yo, new items? Okay. You become a truck!
Oh, the truck!
You just eat? Yo, that's crazy? That explains more of the cartoony style, I think. I think that fits this kind of stuff they're doing.
I wonder what the ability does.
That's a whale! Those are all new... Is that open world? Yes! Mario Kart World? What?
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto,
What?
and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching
That's
exclusively
crazy.
on Nintendo Switch 2.
Open world
Now,
Mario Kart?
What do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
So there's the gliders. Go up a freaking wall.
Brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast
That's
world.
crazy.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Okay.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh, so they're gonna have changing weather or dynamic matches. Is insane.
And in this Mario
Yeah.
Kart game,
That's
you can
crazy.
go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
That's crazy.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
So similar as to like real Grand Prix and such, like the
Introducing
Viking
Knockout
Grand Prix.
Tour.
You go place to place. You know, the
Race
Tour de France and
non-stop
such.
From one corner of the world to another.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Oh, interesting. So if you get Mario
And
Kart, you
make
could
it all the way
lose.
to the
Be
finish
out.
line,
It's a really cute victory for
Free
me.
roam?
freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road,
That's
you can
cra-
explore new areas and routes.
That's a
So
camel.
drive wherever your heart takes you.
Open world Mario Kart.
You
This
can
is
also
not
go
expecting
for
with
scenic
this.
drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations.
I think that one map is a
No,
not
wait,
a new
there's
one.
a penguin. I just saw a penguin on a car. What?
Yo? I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
Brand new race across the entire world starts
Those are
here.
That
multiple
guy.
tracks that coming back, by the way.
Mario Kart
That was
World.
shown there.
The game launches on the same
did you
day
see
as
a
Nintendo
penguin
Switch
in
2.
the water?
I didn't see it.
More details about this title will be shared
You're
in
so
an
dumb.
upcoming Mario Kart World
I didn't
Direct.
catch that.
So be on the lookout for
You
more
didn't see the
information
friggin'
in the future.
penguin.
I'm not doubting you. You're acting like I'm
Mario
doubting
Kart
that you
World
saw
launches
that.
on the
No,
same
I
day as
think
Nintendo
I
Switch.
Hey,
agree.
you haven't seen the penguin.
I just
We'll
missed
share more
it.
details in the future, so we hope you're
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Information.
Got a lot of information.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Okay, new
And on the
controller.
right Joy-Con 2,
Yeah,
we've
it's
added
like
a new C
They're
button.
actually talking about the C button.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Okay. What's the C button gonna do? Is it gonna bring Luigi? That was the joke. I like how they say it released same day as Nintendo Switch 2, but they didn't say the date. They purposely didn't there. They were really smart with that. I just want to point that out. Which is annoying, so that means at the end they're gonna tell us the date. I would like to know now. Why can't you just tell me now?
That was me. That was you? So quick. Oh, no.
So we get a little bit more Mario Kart there.
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
Come on,
Wait, so this is native voice
Introducing
Game chat. Yeah, there it
a
is.
new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Is that Discord? No,
no,
it's
it's
not.
not. It's
With this feature,
I thought it was for
you'll
a
be
second,
able
like
to
screen share in
communicate with
Discord.
friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
Yeah, follow me.
Okay, so Splatoon about to be toxic. It's
While
about to be
using the game chat
it's
feature,
about to be
your
COD
voice is
lobby
recognized by a
time. I'm
microphone
kidding.
built
I'm
into the
kidding.
system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay.
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here.
I wonder how good it'll be for like lands and
Let's
such.
make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with
Because
ease.
like if we can get this to work on lands, like if it will support native headsets, this could
And you can use this
could save a
feature
lot of
in handheld
costs
mode
for
too,
like,
letting you easily
lands.
chat with friends and family.
you know.
If you open the chat menu,
Oh, you can screen
turn on
share.
screen sharing.
Yeah. Oh god, that's everyone's internet's gonna explode.
You can also share your
Oh
game
no.
It's so
Wow, that was so
choppy.
fast. Do you know how fast they picked up speed real quick?
Oh shoot!
Oh, he's trying
Oh, T-Rex.
I got it.
You know, this is a map from was it the GameCube or something like that? It looks like a redesigned version of that,
Okay.
like a modernized version.
You can chat
Animal
with
Crossing.
Animal
your
Crossing.
content, even while playing different games.
Yeah, I know that one.
It's
So this-
probably just
Look, Wonder.
Oh wow.
So this is Splatoon 2 or not Splatoon 2, Switch 1 games.
I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
They're all showing off
Could
Switch 1
be.
games here, all of them there.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
So that's showing the backwards compatibility.
You
I like
can
how
adjust the
framey it
size
is,
of
by the
your
way.
game screen.
This is not the recording. That is genuinely how framey that is, which is worrying that they're showing off at how framey it is.
Or
I think it might
expand
be
another
just to
friend's
save
game screen.
resources. Oh god.
Wait.
Ooh.
Above that wall that's to your left. Almost there.
that is.
The wall.
Oh,
Oh,
This is where I have to.
that's not good.
besties. I don't think that.
I don't think you want to show that off like that.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try.
It's so choppy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's worrying. They're showing off how choppy it is.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Nix.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
That's the chat,
With the
right?
C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
C is for
Actually,
chatting.
Guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Switch
And there's
camera.
this.
Okay.
By connecting this camera to the system,
Hey, you can green screen yourself in. Hopefully it won't be as awful as mine.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Oh man, this can be toxic. Okay, it can be toxic. Let's be real.
Just the camera feed.
I do like the cartooniness of this. I like the cartooniness of this.
Please look forward to games which use
Oh,
the camera
this
feed
one is
like
actually
this.
kind of funny.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
And this is
I want to play
this
this.
is the again more Switch
Using game
1
chat.
games are showing off right now.
Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or
There's Splatoon.
compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites.
More Switch games, which I think they're only going to
Decide
show
your
that in
own
this. They made
rules
sure this
for a
trailer was
retro
coming
game
early in it
competition.
to show off something new,
Or hold a sports competition
but
between
not show off
families.
any new games other than Mario
All
Kart.
together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
Interesting.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
God, it's just gonna be funny.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
Ooh, is your
which will be
thing freaking
available
out?
on
Mine
the
was
same
freaking
day
out there
as
for a
Switch
second.
2.
Oh, it just did like a little thing, yeah.
Yeah, like a few
Nintendo Switch
times.
Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Okay, that's expected.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
For a year,
We hope
okay.
you'll try it out.
Well, up a year from now, anyways.
Additionally,
just
Game
depends on
Chat
when it
supports the
releases.
Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd
Okay.
like to
Good,
introduce
good for the
another
kid.
new
Good for the
experience you can
parents.
share with
Love,
family
always
and
love when they
friends.
have control of things like that, so they don't get
On
COD
Nintendo
lobbied.
Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game.
Oh, that's
with
cool.
Game Share.
That's cool.
As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game.
That's really
With
good.
Game Share, you can temporarily
Reminds me of like
share
old
compatible games with
Mario
others who
Kart
also
DS
have
where
a
people
Nintendo
where
Switch 2
everyone
or
can
a
be Shy
Nintendo
Guys
Switch
or something like
system.
that, you know?
You can share a game with up to 3 other systems
So
at
it
a
looks like
time.
obviously they have the full game for this period.
Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share
Okay.
support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
Okay, so that's how Kinect just plops in.
we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch
I don't know if I
2
like that,
system
though.
itself.
Like
Please take a look.
I worry with wear and tear if you get any junk in there that how good it's gonna be. That worries me actually a little bit.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
A little bit bigger screen I think is nice.
With approximately double the pixels compared to
Oh man,
Switch,
it's way bigger.
you
Okay.
can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Up to 120 frames?
The screen supports up to 120
Okay.
frames per second, allowing
I like
for
that,
smoother
actually.
gameplay in supported titles.
I do like that. I am glad to hear that
The
they're gonna
LCD
do
screen is more vivid
higher
and
FPS.
supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2
It's
controllers
magnetic.
connect magnetically.
Yeah.
Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Like I do expect Nintendo to be really good about it,
The SL
but it's just one of those
and
things that
SR
I
buttons are
worry
bigger,
will
greater
fail
comfort and
if you like
control
drop
when
it.
playing with
You
the
know?
Joy-Con 2 held
Yeah, that's what
horizontally.
I was thinking.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
sticks people complained about. That was one of the biggest things.
Each
There's the
Joy-Con
mouse,
2 controller
official.
can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
That's good for left-handed folks. Of course, I use my mouse left-handed, so as someone who does that, I get
the
that.
built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Not that I really care for mouse style. It's not comfortable for me,
It has
but
a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
okay.
It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Good. Always love nice sounds. I like my sound from different directions. Good.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large,
That is-
sturdy stand.
That
You
is
can move it
scary,
freely, like
actually, the
this.
stand.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear with the headset that it came from each direction, which is
In
nice.
addition to the
I mean, that's why they had a little
USB-C
headset
port
thing
found
on the
bottom
screen,
of the system, there's
you know,
one on top
but-
as well.
Hey,
Oh, no, I
there
meant,
you
like-
go.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C
do you-
camera
Oh. I
or
was
charging in
about to
tabletop
say
mode.
the stand is actually kind of scary.
Why is that?
Because how thin it looks.
I think that's okay. I don't think that's too much of a problem.
Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster.
Okay, in docks.
Use the Nintendo
New dock,
Switch
that
2
worries
dock
me, okay.
to connect to your TV
Which
and
is
enable
expected.
up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
But does that work for like Switch
HDR
1?
is
Or?
also supported in TV mode.
Probably not, right?
I would assume not. I mean, obviously I don't expect it to up your Switch to
the Nintendo
4K,
Switch 2
but I'm
dock
wondering
has
if
a
it
built-in fan
works.
that keeps your system
You know what I
cool.
mean?
This helps keep performance
Oh, it has
stable.
a fan at least.
In the dock. Nice.
Yeah.
I said I was just wondering from like
On
a
Nintendo
LAN
Switch
perspective,
2,
you know,
you
having
can
a
play
dock that could
Nintendo
fit
Switch
both
2
is
games,
nice.
as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest concerns coming into this entire thing is related to how LANs are going to work with it, you know? I like the dock design. That's a nicer, you know, not blocky. It's a little bit more modern.
Mhm.
Not that I really mind too much. My
As you
Switch, I
just
can't even
saw,
see it. It's behind
Nintendo
my
Switch 2
screens,
isn't
but
simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
hey, finally
Mr.
another new game.
Kawamoto!
Why are you
Hello.
so tiny?
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Oh,
This is Nintendo
tour.
Switch 2 Welcome Tour,
hey, finally.
exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here.
The Mii's are back. Oh God, it's not
Okay,
Mii's.
everyone,
I don't like this.
join me
Where's our
inside the
Mii's?
game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
It is neat
A
though. I
magnetic
like
circuit is formed
little
between
gameplay
them, so they
demos.
won't
Assuming it's
easily
free,
detach.
you know, I think it's worth it.
Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do
Oh,
something
I love
like
that.
this. You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
That's actually kind of fun.
Like I said, neat
By
gameplay
combining the mouse
mechanics. I
controls
do
and
like that.
gyroscopes, things like this
You know,
are possible.
I'm not going to be comfortable playing like that
There are
personally
secrets to
in a lot of
discover,
ways, but
even as you're playing mini games
which is
and
my
tech
worry.
demos.
The physics
Some
of
of
hey,
the
I
secrets range
I
from the
think
unique features of the
the
system
the
to tiny
HD
details you
Rumble.
might
Yes,
not
they bring it
notice
back.
until they're
Because
pointed
the
out.
HD Rumble is
There
one
are
of the most
plenty.
underrated features of the Switch One.
Nintendo
HD
Switch
Rumble's
2
amazing.
Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
Like, I'm glad to hear they're bringing HD
I'd
Rumble
like to
back.
share some more information regarding
I just don't
Nintendo
think very
Switch
many
2.
games use it, which is the downside, because it's
This
super
is the
cool.
game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds.
Okay.
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
So they're partnering with SanDisk.
Please
for
note
it.
that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Ooh.
You have to get Express. That's not
Additionally,
Yeah, that's
to
a little bit
transfer data
annoying.
From Switch to
I
Switch
get it
2,
for faster
you
speeds,
can
but
log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data,
is your
digital
thing
games,
flickering the word games
more.
and more? Was that flickering for you?
We're also releasing a new
Oh, I
Pro
didn't see
controller.
it, but oh, it
It
is.
has a C
Yeah,
button,
oh.
which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and
GL,
GR buttons,
GL,
which you can
and R
use
buttons?
to assign existing button controls.
Oh, there's a headphones jack.
In addition,
Audio
an
jack.
audio jack
Yeah,
has
this is
been added.
glitching up for me too. Ew.
We've introduced a
Nintendo.
few new features, and after
What is
today's
this?
presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
I do like that the Pro controller isn't
And
changing
now,
much
the
because
Nintendo Switch
the
2
Pro
launch
controller
date.
as is pretty good. So I don't mind the underneath buttons.
Nintendo Switch 2
A lot
launches
of
on
people
June
want that.
5th.
June 5th. Okay, damn.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
That's gonna be fun conversations behind the scene for
Now.
Riptide. That's all I'm gonna say.
Broadly speaking,
That's about as bad as
on
I could
Nintendo
ask.
Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch
Great.
2 games. These games take advantage
That-
of the performance
that was
and
about as bad
features
as
of
I-
Switch 2.
As it could be. The rumor was right that it was June.
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Oh, look, they had to
Super
pick
Mario
the faces
Party
there.
Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
This is my other worry. They're gonna make mouse
Audio
controls like
recognition.
mandatory
Well,
in places.
more expressive rumble,
I would guess there's gonna be ways around it, but I'm not
and
I'm not
gameplay
glad
that
seeing
uses
that.
a camera accessory,
Admittedly,
all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's
but I
check
would
out
guess
3
there's
new
ways
and
around it. You can
updated
just use a
modes.
stick instead of mouse controls.
First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
These are really weird.
Up next, it's
Yeah, a little bit.
Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins.
The
Bowser will bring you
livelier
on stage
team?
2. Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
Okay,
Guide an
I mean,
RC car with your voice.
that's neat.
And
Yes.
compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster.
I probably
With the
wouldn't pick
safety
this
bar
up,
lowered
but
and
I think I could see like that would be
You're
cool
off.
in like a casual like in-person
Use
setting.
mouse
I think
controls
people
to
would
shoot
enjoy
down
this.
enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles
You know,
of the
I don't do enough
coaster.
in person anymore, especially not being at like PSU where
When
I
you
have all
enter
those
a
people
pipe,
close to
a
me.
mini game will begin. There's a
But,
bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm. And
Neat.
one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini games that use a camera,
Man, they got a mash fast, so that was weak.
mouse controls, and Rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
So, the other rumor was true that it looks like you can pay for upgrade games.
Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Breath of the Wild? And okay, they're both. I was say they're not going to do Tears of the Kingdom.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates.
That's all you need to do.
And also
they're
support
perfect
HDR,
as this.
which makes the image more vibrant. So you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Nice, because they're both good games.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
Oh, that's nice. Some people are gonna be a little bit mad how much they had to look up guides and such for this.
Yeah.
Or you can share your creations using
Oh, this is cool.
and send
This
them
is
to
cool.
another player to create in their game.
Because people all the time are trying to share schematics or share how to do these and things. So that's cool. You can just bring each other into each other's games.
We hope these features will make your adventures even
That's
more
pretty neat.
enjoyable.
That's pretty neat. I have a feeling S3 is going to get it. Get something here. Because these are all games they keep showing off at other places. Splatoon 3 got a few show. I'm guessing early here.
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
That was pretty expected. I don't think anyone's too surprised by this. At least in terms of their being compatible with Switch 2. That'd been crazy if Prime wasn't compatible with Switch 2.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120
so it's either one or the other frame rate or quality, it looks like at times.
HDR, based on your preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
I wonder with these games if you have to buy the base game and then the upgrade. So you actually might have to pay more when you could just, instead of just buying one game. I do wonder.
The Nintendo Switch
I know, no Splatoon. I was one. I tried to guess early as the law.
Physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
I mean, you might be able to just straight up buy
these
the
Nintendo
games
Switch
with the
2
upgrade
edition
pack.
games.
But I wonder if they're going to cost more. But they haven't really talked about that
I'd
yet.
like to introduce a brand
Any
new
cost or
game
anything.
featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Mouse controls.
Please take a look.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be like a DJ.
game. Yeah, definitely. Okay, or not.
Oh.
I mean, there's wheels.
Thank you. I always wanted to be a crippled person.
Yeah. It's neat though. It's a neat idea, in bringing light to like this. Because I mean, have you seen wheelchair basketball? It's kind of cool. It is kind of neat.
It is kind of cool, yeah.
So some of these people are awesome at it, and the amount of work they have to do. But I mean, it's kind of cool bringing, you know, visibility to those people. Why is there a decimal point? How do you have decimal points? What is this?
Oh, I guess it's dependent on where did you score it.
Well, no, but normal basketball, there's not decimal points. Maybe it's like a cool factor or something like that happens. Yes, there it is. Cool trick. You get 0.2 for that. Because I was like, decimal point. There's no... You get 2 or 3 points, or 1 point, I guess, for a foul. But I would assume there's not fouls in this. That's neat, though. You know, I wouldn't pick it up, but that's a neat one. Neat idea.
Mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
People are gonna work out that one.
From our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
All right, so now we get some partner games. Okay, cool. No,
I have long observed the lands between.
Nothing crazy yet.
This world is in dire need of repair.
Elden Ring?
I was
on Switch.
I was just gonna say like Elden Ring or something.
Yeah, I thought it was Elden Ring, but I'm not knowledgeable enough for sure to have said that. Makes sense with the mouse and keyboard feature. It makes it a lot easier. It's probably the most one of the more requested features by devs. I wouldn't be surprised.
May you take the throne.
Tarnished edition.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルは
Street Fighter. You gotta physically move with the game. That's how you're gonna fight. Come on, you gotta do. Hey, they are moving. They're shaking their controller. It would be funny, you know. You gotta physically punch. Hey, cool. Those are cool amiibos. Those are cool.
Amiibo cards, because like they don't want to show off all of them.
Initiating arsenal boot sequence.
I would like more. I like the figure amiibos.
Is this Halo or what?
No,
What's
it's not
this?
Halo. No.
Oh my god! Thank God.
It's a similar-esque idea. It looks like, but it's. I don't think it's Halo.
Wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
Yeah, this isn't Halo.
New equipment and
at all. Like you have the Master Chief helmet. It's so iconic. Like I said, it's the same idea. It looks like a space kind of style fight. I don't know what game it is though.
The sovereign axiom.
Like, when they say the name, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I should have known what it is. But I can't think of the name of this.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children.
Game of Ex Machina. Okay, there it is.
Don't they?
Machina? Sorry, not Machina. Sorry.
Hey,
Machina.
this is Joseph
Different
Forrest
version.
from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this.
Oh, we
if you
should
like It Takes Two,
do this
you're gonna love
as
this one,
stream.
trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Switch 2 launch game.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the
Oh
world.
boy, the
both on
classic
pitch
EA
and on
Sports
the gridiron.
games.
We're excited to announce the EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform.
Switch
EA
or
Sports,
Madden, great.
It's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy.
I mean,
to
these
Nintendo
are all
Switch
big
2.
hitter like games that are
With enhanced
notoriously not
graphics
on
and seamless
Switch because how
world transitions.
underpowered it is.
You'll be immersed in the
So,
Wizarding World.
I mean, now it's on, I guess.
And the new
well,
mouse controls
like-
on
Portable.
Switch 2 give you even
Well,
more
I'm
ways
just
to
yeah,
experience the
like,
adventure.
but these are just a ton of games, right? That
Discover
are
the
like,
enhanced
you know, we
magic
didn't
in
have
Hogwarts
all the
Legacy
Maddens, we didn't have all
launches on the
this,
same
you
day
know,
as Switch 2.
notoriously on the Switch. Now it's like all these things are coming. Yo.
Oh my god, Tony Hawk!
Yeah, let's bring in like the 50-year-old guy. Yeah. He's I think he is like 50 now. In his 50s. Crazy. But he looks pretty good. He looks good for his age. Shout out to Tony Hawk. Yo.
You look good for your age.
You look good for your age, Tony. Hit me up.
The hell?
That's crazy. It's hit the sponge. Oh, there it is. They actually went to SpongeBob level. That's crazy. Like they really hit the SpongeBob transition.
Hello,
There's
this
no
is Christian
SpongeBob.
Elverdam
So.
from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title,
Hitman.
Hitman. Okay, this is
World
cool.
Assassination
I
to
would.
Nintendo
I'm up to
Switch
play a
2.
Hitman game.
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses.
Gotta love me
will
some
vary
puzzle
depending on
assassination
the player's
games.
imagination.
You know. Not the
Our very
banana
exciting game
peel.
will release on the
Yeah.
same day as Switch 2.
Gotta show off the silliness that there is in
Plus,
some of these deaths.
We are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what the games they produce. Is that Bond? Is Bond coming back? Yeah, this has to be Bond. Yes!
Yep, it's
yes! You know, people are excited.
James Bond.
You know,
The
people
world's
gotta be
favorite
excited for
Bond is
this.
coming to Nintendo Switch
You know,
2, so stay
it's been a
tuned.
very long time, I think, since a James Bond game. And, you know, you have GoldenEye and all these other ones from years ago that are just notoriously, you know, wanted and loved.
I got this game and I was so mad. You know why? One of the fucking characters is called Ringabel and he keeps getting this stupid ass like Ringabel pun. See, look at him.
And all new minigames.
He's like, does
Ring a
that
bell,
ring a bell? I'm like, shut up, dude.
Classic fantasy RPG.
Did you ring a bell? Did you call?
Yeah,
Set for the Luxembourg.
yeah, I hate him. That's why I stopped playing my game.
That's crazy. The puns were too
He
much
said
for
it
you.
like 5 times. Yakuza!
Yeah, I just...
龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に
I love
土地を巡る
Yakuza.
争奪戦が勃発伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ
Game Day Switch 2. I'm glad hearing a lot of these are... They're pretty much showing off, like, first couple months of Switch. That's all they're showing.
We'll have more
Like,
games to show
a
from
lot
our
of these
publishing
are,
and
like,
development
July
partners. But for now,
releases.
we'd like to
June
show
or
a
July
game being
releases right
developed
now.
in collaboration
Which is
with
honestly
Nintendo.
really good.
Please take
That
a
was one of the worries. You know, were they going to make the mistake of, like, the Wii U where they didn't have things at launch? There's a ton of amazing stuff at launch, you know? Even if some of it, a good portion of it. This is Zelda.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface.
So they are sticking with this
Their union led
timeline.
to a great and
stuff.
prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to
There's
vanquish
tears.
this evil.
This is tears.
One which future generations would call the imprisoning war.
So they're doing another...
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So they're doing Zelda's storyline. Is this related to the enhanced version?
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Oh, so this is war. This has got to be Warriors. That's what this has to
I
be. This is cool.
I loved Warriors back then
good.
too.
I didn't play the original
He's
Zelda
so
one, but I played
cute.
the Fire Emblem one. Yeah, this is Warriors for sure. This style of gameplay is Warriors. That's cool though. I like this, that they're staying a little bit more in this universe, kind of fleshing it out more, because I think this universe is really cool, and how much they've already fleshed it out with the 2 games now that are in like the same period. I really like that the world building is just so much more in this part of the timeline. You know, the whole timeline, the whole mess thing, 3 timelines and blah blah blah. But I really like that. I thought at first it was going to be another like mainline game, but they said the next mainline game is not going to be in this kind of group. It's going to be somewhere else in the timeline,
which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Please be the expansion pack
Nintendo Switch
over.
Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
New Switch
Please
2 benefit?
take a
Come on.
look at this.
Come on. Give us like a GameCube. Yes, I was gonna say. Yes. That's what I was gonna say. GameCube games next. Yes.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a
People have
new
been wanting it for
classic game
years.
library exclusive to Nintendo Switch
Yes.
2. Nintendo GameCube, originally
Come on.
released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available.
2001 is so crazy.
A Legend of Zelda game
No, that's
that
a good
looks
one.
like a
Good
cartoon
start.
come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind
I mean,
using
this
a
game looks
mysterious
good
baton,
still, and it's
Link
from the
sets sail on
GameCube
an
era. This looks
adventure across the Great
fantastic.
Sea. The
And you
Legend
get-
of Zelda,
and
The
it's-
Wind Waker. Transcending history.
I mean,
and
I'll take a
lore.
bunch of
A tale
GameCube
of
games.
souls and swords,
You gotta bring
eternally
Double Dash. You
untold.
have to bring Double Dash,
In this
please.
3D,
I beg.
weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of
They
Zelda
brought
series
Link.
enters the fray.
That's kind of funny.
Soul Calibur 2.
There's
Experience a
F-Zero.
world of white
This is a good
knuckle
F-Zero
racing at
game.
speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races.
Okay.
Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer,
F-Zero fans
up to 4
never
can play
eating.
together locally or online.
Never getting a new game. You just get the remakes.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Holy crap, is it raining outside? Holy
You can
crap.
also check
It's
the controls
hailing
for
outside.
each title and customize them to your liking.
Okay, sorry if you can hear that.
More titles will be added in the
Sunshine!
future.
There's a good one. Path of Radiance. Chibi Robo's fun.
Gale
Yes!
Darkness.
Yeah, Gale Darkness. Let's go.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics,
And same day.
the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo
Let's
Switch
go.
Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day
Let's
as the
go.
hardware's release.
Okay, it might be worth getting the
And
Switch right off the
A
bat.
dedicated controller designed after
GameCube
the original
controller.
GameCube controller will also be released.
Smash
It
fans
can
love.
connect wirelessly and also has
Smash
the C
fans
button
going nuts.
to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo
I never got
GameCube
the 64 controllers. I really wanted those
exclusively
too.
available for Nintendo Switch Online members will also be available the same
I-
day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar
Man,
with
Switch
the
2 is gonna make
games
me
or
have to
haven't
get
played
an
them
upgraded
before,
capture card too if it supports
we hope you're looking
4K.
forward to
Because my
Nintendo
capture card only
GameCube
supports 1080p.
Nintendo Classics.
Though with
Of
the
course,
bit rates and
you
such,
can continue to play select games
you know,
from the system
you can't even
shown
really do
here
4K to be
on
honest
Nintendo
with you.
Switch 2. Okay,
But
let's
it's
see some
something
more
I might have to
games from our
upgrade
publishing
eventually.
and development partners.
But one prob at a time. Oh, little guy.
Oh my
little
god.
guy! He's coming closer.
Tony Fox.
Oh yeah, Delta
What are
Rune.
you
Okay.
doing? Oh my god, he finally did it.
He dropped 3 and 4. Damn, the Deltarune fans eating. Eating.
He was taking so long so he can, like...
Tomorrow
up.
you get 2. 2 chapters, not 1 chapter. You get 2 chapters. Now, will the Silk Song fans get anything? That's the real question. Deltarune got their stuff. Tomodachi Life got their stuff. I'm trying to think of different games right now that have been like dying for the upgrades or the next version. Launch day. Okay. So Deltarune fans are gonna eat in what, couple months?
4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game.
Borderlands on Switch.
Nintendo
Nice.
Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in
I hope
development, and
there's
it's already the
online.
most ambitious Borderlands game we've
Nintendo.
ever made.
I would assume there's gonna
Borderlands
be.
4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead.
Can be a bit
2025
cute.
again. More 2025 games.
Hi,
That's
I'm
the
Dennis
latest
Shirk
date
from
we've heard. It's like 2025. This entire
We're
time.
releasing a Nintendo Switch 2
Hohen's
edition
going
of
insane.
Sid Meier's
Hohen's going
Civilization
insane. Let's
7.
go.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2.
I love playing.
And if you
Again,
already own
another
the Nintendo
launch
Switch
title.
game,
You're
you can
gonna eat
experience
well
mouse
as a
controls
Switch
on
fan
Switch
day
2
one.
by
That's
purchasing
the
upgrade.
insane part, I think.
And we have even more news from 2K.
2K.
Hi.
Okay, so they're gonna bring 2K
Our final
basketball.
announcement for today.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they had. I was expecting. There's NBA 2K. Yeah.
We can't wait to see you in the ring and on the court.
So I forgot they had WWE properties too.
4 kids find this old tattered man. Off they went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
This is silly.
Awesome!
It froze on my
Yeah, it
screen.
froze for me too. What is this, Nintendo? I still have sound. I have nothing else though.
Yeah.
Just wait. Let's wait. We both must have. It must have froze for both of us.
The top.
We still have sound.
Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything.
It's still the same game showing this stuff.
For home.
Maybe it fixes itself.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
It's still frozen for me. It's still frozen for
Here's
you.
the first look at Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah.
Countless bullets and
It does fix itself, it looks like.
shooter sequel.
No.
Now reloaded in
Yeah, let me-
3D art style.
Yeah, look, it froze. It looks like it jumps back in a second. I kind of, because we were so far behind because we started late
to share more with you
for this recording. It looks like it fixed itself in a minute. So let's give it a second. In about 10 seconds, it fixes itself. It looks like. That's weird. I wonder. This had to have happened live too. So I wonder, because this is a recording, right? That they have prepped. Yeah, look, they jump back to Civ. My audio still is desynced too. Is your audio desynced?
Yeah.
Okay. So they must have hung up and they must have been panicking behind the scenes. You know, I don't want to do too much. I obviously stream can kind of see. I'm trying to just show. Well, I say stream, but recording here. So you're seeing like the 2K logo and such
Hello,
again?
my name is Adam Badowski from
Yep.
CD Projekt Red. We are
Okay.
delighted to bring the
We're
immersive
gonna watch this
world
back
of the
how
Dark
they showed it
Future
because
to
that's how
Nintendo players for
the
first
recording
time.
is. So
Cyberpunk
they must have
2077
screwed it up on the
is an
live.
open world action adventure
Obviously,
Oh, it's Cyberpunk.
Thanks
Are you
to
hearing
Nintendo
it,
Switch 2,
Cyberpunk?
you
Is that
can
what it is?
transport yourself to
Yeah.
the city of dreams
Yeah,
at
okay.
home or on the go.
Cyberpunk,
Get
I
ready
heard
to
has
meet
improved a lot since its launch. Its launch, I heard it was awful.
When Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition
I hate that this is
comes to
desynced
Nintendo
because
Switch
that
2
you have to
on
listen
launch
for the new stuff. But yeah, that's cool to hear Cyberpunk.
スクエアエニックスの浜口です
More Square Enix stuff. Is that Final Fantasy music?
Switch 2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを
Oh, 7 remake.
本作
For the 100th time.
ミッドガル脱出までを描いた
I hate
三部
this
作シリーズ
desync.
の
This is
一
awful.
作目となり20年以上の時を経て再創作された
Someone at Nintendo is getting
新しい
fired.
FF7 を体験いただきます
That's all I'm saying.
スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください
I think this is accurate now. I think it jumped right. Yeah, it's normal now, I think. That was weird. I think we highlighted everything we were interested in. At least it's for this stuff, it's accurate now. You know, because now they're not talking about the names. Silk Song is 2025. Hey, the Silk Song fan finally got something. I told you, I made the joke. Are Silk Song gonna get anything? Or Silk Song gonna get anything they did? 2025. Goodnight Universe. That looks neat. That looks neat for a museum game, a museum like simulator game.
What Huts is that?
Holiday. Again, they're showing all 2025. Again, more 2025. These are some games already there. Another Marvel game. I'm kind of in the way now, it looks like. So everything they're showing is 2025. This, or at the latest, right? Holiday 2025. I think that's the biggest takeaway from this. Is like, everything is now, basically, that they're showing off. Oh, I feel like that's a game you're gonna drag me into somehow. Fortnite, wow, what a surprise. No, that was kind of a given, I feel like. Oh, this is... I like that they bring... when they go back like that. That's a very N64 game. There you go.
Tamagotchi! That's so cute!
Yeah. Yes, Human Fall Flat! Okay, that's a fun game. This is a good one. Human Fall Flat's
still
great.
have to, like, play it together again.
Yeah, Human Fall Flat's good. That's a good one. That's such a silly game.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Last one from the publishing development partners. So not in general. They did not say that it was the last one in general.
Is it Resident Evil?
I want to say it's Resident Evil, yeah. Where's gotta bring back what is it? House of the Dead. I love House of the Dead. I have it on the Switch. They gotta bring that back because you know, it's such a silly game. The voice acting is incredible. And I think it would be really nice to have some more, like, if they would have it where you could actually have like a gun. Like I wish they would.
Turn a wheel.
Maybe it's not. I don't know if it's Silent Hill.
Could be Silent Hill. Yeah. I don't know.
It's either Silent Hill.
If you know
or
the symbol, you know what it is. I feel like right now, like everyone that knows the symbol is screaming, what it is. But I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what software owns. I don't think it's Resident Evil. I think Silent Hill is a better guess.
Yeah.
I don't think Resident Evil has all that.
No,
it's more Apocalypse Key.
It's not. What is this?
I really don't know. Street Fighter? No. For a second, I was like, these are fighters. It's almost showing more so than like. I'm not really. I mean, obviously, it's not a fighter because they showed him moving around, but like the way they just showed a bunch of characters, that's like a fighter-esque style. Like, it's definitely an action-based game, but I have no clue what it is. Man, people are gonna be yelling at us like, "You don't know this game?" Oh, man, he just like ate his soul. That's crazy. Soul is taken. It is mine. Those titties? What is that? That was my first thought.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able.
I don't think it's Silent Hill either. I'm not sure what this is. Damn, he just being a dinosaur. I mean, this looks like almost more like a fighter. It keeps giving fighter vibes, but it's like at the same time they're showing him moving around and such in these cutscenes. Dusk Bloods. This has got to be a new. I think it's a new game. That's
it's
a
like
rat.
a vampire.
A rat with wings. There's our first 2026 that I've seen. Only available on Nintendo Switch? So this is a new...
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software.
From Software.
We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki,
So it's just a new... It's a new... I think it's a new series in general. Because I don't think it's... My thing just died too.
My video just...
Okay, well, let's see if we can... I think it's because we're so far behind, it's not live anymore.
We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the
Okay,
game's
so yeah, the
director,
creator voice article,
Hidetaka
that's neat.
Miyazaki,
That's neat.
will share more details about the game, so please check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners.
Those are the partners. So there's
We'd
more.
like to thank the
They
developers
keep
who appeared
specifying
today,
that.
as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this
So there's
presentation.
probably more still from the first party. Which makes sense. I expect more first
In
party.
addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
More in the future. Which is expected. They've pretty much shown
Next,
only 2025
please
with
take a
that
look at
one game
this.
exception thus far, I think. So, like... I don't see a reason to, like... Okay. That's Kirby. Gotta be Kirby. Yeah. That's one of those, if you know the symbol, what's going on, you probably know what it is. I'd be so surprised if it's Kirby. Okay, there's Kirby. Officially. Yeah, okay. I always love when they do that with the trailers. Most trailers, they have that little thing right at the beginning. If you know, you know. And it's like, okay, if you don't know, we'll get to you. You'll better hit that warps. It better go. Oh, okay. I didn't know warp stars could just magically have engines. He's got a face! Are we having Kirby racing? Is this Kirby racing?
I don't think so. There's not much cat.
Yes!
Oh, no, it is.
I thought about it for a second. Like, it's got with an engine, it's gotta be racing. Air ride.
Right.
Riders. Yeah, so it's
cute.
Kirby racing. I love that. That's so silly. Sakurai's back, baby, for Kirby stuff.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Sakurai knew something was coming because
Next
Sakurai
is our
posted
last
about
trailer
it.
for today. Please take a look.
Last trailer for today. Surprised there hasn't been any Sploon stuff at all, other than that one thing. Obviously, this is not Sploon. So Sploon basically got nothing. This has got to be. This looks almost Zelda-esque, but it's not. This Mario. It's got to be Mario. Oh, Pikmin. Yeah, it's the little guy. I think that's Pikmin.
I don't know.
I mean, they haven't shown Mario, which is a surprise to me. Monkeys. Is this smart? No, it can't be.
Maybe it's Mario.
It's Donkey Kong. You hear the voice. There it is.
There he is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't like his face. Oh, I don't like the. Why is they in the cartoon style? Oh no. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the design. I like this, the open world concept. This is open world Donkey Kong game. It's pretty banger though. As it threw me off first. Holy crap! You just destroy the world. That's crazy. That is insane. Okay, this is cool though. You're the bad guy now. I'm a destroy the world. Physically, just destroy it. They really said, hold on, let's just bring Tears of the Kingdom, but Donkey Kong.
Have it so you can destroy any freaking living thing.
They didn't even live it, they destroyed the ground. Bro's destroying everything. Donkey Kong in a shell, or in a nutshell. You can, physically just punching things is always the right answer.
Oh, mommy?
I'm not even gonna say something similar, to be honest with you. That's cool. That's cool, though. I'm still surprised. Other than Mario Kart, not really anything Mario. Ooh, again, that's not surprising. July, a lot of July
That was
again.
a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies.
That's crazy.
Walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that
That's
will be
not good
available
for
at
Riptide.
launch.
No,
We'll
I mean, they
release
talked about it
Nintendo Switch
earlier.
2,
We talked about it a little bit
as
earlier.
well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo
They didn't show
Switch
price
2.
points. They didn't show pre-release.
We appreciate you joining us today.
Which, I mean, I guess
Thank you
makes
very
sense to not have that in here, but that's a little frustrating. I would have loved to have some of that stuff there. But I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit surprised on a couple of things. The Treehouse Live. Let this wrap up here. I thought that was the end. About to pause everything, kind of talk over some stuff. They're gonna show all this stuff tomorrow in the next couple days. You know, I'll bring it back a little bit to here, just for the sake of the stream or for the recording here. You know, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of amazing stuff here at launch, but there's a couple things that I feel like we're missing, you know? Like we didn't have a Mario game announced, right? A traditional Mario game, which surprised me a little bit. You know, we had Mario Kart World announced, and we had the Donkey Kong game, so you know that's the same, you know, same universe. But that, I think, surprised me the most, is they're not having a Mario at launch with, you know, they had Wonder a lot too long ago, but then you had, what, Odyssey was the last 3D Mario? So I'm kind of surprised not a 3D Mario was announced here, but maybe that's a 2026 title. What are your thoughts here, Ken?
Yes.
Yes. No, sorry, you can't play Final Fantasy XIV on the Switch yet.
I think it would be a nightmare, though.
Yeah, I don't think that would go. It depends on how Square Enix optimizes things. That would be kind of the question, is how Square Enix optimizes for that to be an option. You know, I don't think it would be horrendous. I mean, there's plenty of games there that I think would be harder on the hardware than Final Fantasy XIV is, to be fair, right? Especially if you treat it well to where things very distant from you doesn't render. I don't think Final Fantasy XIV would be impossible to have on the Switch, to be fair. But, you know, I think it's really neat. The amount of games they showed in this is awesome. And there's a lot of games that were disappointments. They weren't on the original Switch, but understandably so when you're thinking it's like a 2015 tablet, right? You know, it came out in 2017, but it was already kind of slightly dated then, the technology. So, you know, a good chunk of the games are just, hey, we're finally bringing it to Switch. But it's like, at the same time, that's good. That's what you want to see, is a lot of this support early for a new console. And there's a lot of I mean, everything they've shown, except for a couple here and there, were 2025, if not within the first couple months of release. You know, a lot of July dates if they weren't right away. And then, you know, there were some that were like holiday and such. But I think, you know, I think it was a good open here for Switch, and Switch 2 for that matter. I'm glad they've learned from the mistakes of the past, and I really think that shows it there. And I would guess there's a lot of first-party titles coming in 2026, especially early 2026.
I just hope, like, they definitely do more of the, like, the HD, is it HD Rumble? The high-quality Rumble system that
HD Rumble's cool. The problem is, like, it's not into, like, the Pro controllers, right? Like, you can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if you've played a couple of the games that have it with the Joy-Cons, like, they feel really cool. It's really cool. Like, the one that sticks to my mind is 1-2 Switch, which was basically a tech demo in a lot of ways for the Switch. You can feel, like, the balls moving in there. It feels like there's a bunch of balls in your Joy-Con. And, like, I think it's really cool. I think it's one of the coolest features. You can kind of feel some of that stuff the way the HD Rumble is. So I hope they utilize it more. And it seems like they're trying to push people more towards Joy-Cons in a lot of ways with the mouse and keyboard, or the mouse option. So, you know, I feel like more people, more developers, in this case being people, are going to use HD Rumble more. Because if they're encouraging people to have the Joy-Cons already in their hand, it's easier to then incorporate that feature. It's like, oh, we're developing for a basic controller like the Pro controller, or, you know, other consoles controllers, right, for these games that are multi-platform. You know, now we might, but now we're taking the effort to develop the mouse. Well, maybe we'll HD Rumble for a couple things, especially for something that's maybe a Switch-focused title. You know, that also just happens to be on other platforms to expand. You know, I understand that from a developer's point of view. If the costs make sense to develop for another thing without too much change, you know, go for it. We probably should wrap up because my power just flickered. It did not kill my computer, but my light just flickered completely off. So we probably should wrap up.
Yeah.
Any
Thank you
final
for
thoughts,
joining
Kim?
us for the direct. Yes.
Yes, this was neat. This was fun. Good. Thanks for joining me, Kin. Go back to enjoying your Final Fantasy. Actually, you probably should sleep. But appreciate you all coming
Good night.
out. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Switch 2 soon. Woo!